Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab. I got my heat on now, take my coat, scarf off, and get comfortable and do what I do for you. Let's go. Right as a 25 rules live by, storytelling, story with a message and story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to get them. I appreciate you. Let's go. Right thinkers mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. I hope your lessons are working for you. That's the purpose. I'm a teacher, master teacher. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is to get my right thinkers to do that. Right thinkers, your mission is to do just that with the lesson that I'm giving you. That's why you tune in. Let's go. Remember, all right thinkers' goal is to do what? Know thyself. Let's go. That's the creed. That's what we represent. That's the mantra. If you're a person who knows not, and knows not that you know not, oh, you're foolish. I will disregard you. If you're a person who knows not, and knows that you know not, oh, you're simple. I love you. Why? I can teach you. Stay tuned. That's why I do what I do for you. I got you. Stay tuned. If you're a person who knows not and believe that you know, you're dangerous and I will avoid you. A person who knows and knows not that they know is asleep, I will awaken you. That's why I do what I do for you too, with spiritual knowledge. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up. That's my job, and I'm on it, doggone it. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my app, be true. In the order of knowing yourself, meaning you know what you should say and what you should do, you should be in control of your actions, because with every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. We call it consequences. Okay? So everything you do, consequence. Understand that. And when you poke the bear, talk about Superman cape, there's consequences. For y'all who do that, you about to suffer consequences. Let's go. Right thinkers, let's talk about I love being taught. That's what I'm doing. I'm a student. Do you? Everybody want to teach, but nobody wants to be taught. How you going to be a teacher without being a student? Let's talk about it. First of all, I have been a student of life, and I will always be a student of life. I want to be my best self, so I learn, I study, and I implement what it is I learned from studying. That's how you manifest the things that you learn. Reading them don't mean nothing. I got books otherwise, but if I don't implement what I'm learning from the books, it's a waste of time. Most of us do just that, waste our time, because all we're going to do is learn and tell people how smart we are. Waste of time again. Yeah, I'm a master teacher of right thinking philosophy. That's what my mastery of self and what I teach is. Now I keep letting you know I'm doing this. I'm good at this. I mastered this. That means I was taught first. I keep telling you, I spent 20 years learning, planning, practicing, performing, perfecting it. So before I could even bring it to you like I did my drugs again, I made sure that it was correct, it was on point, and it was, consumable. I didn't want to hurt you. I wanted to make sure you came back. That was the hustle. So right now, as a teacher, I want you to keep coming back to get the lesson. So I got to give you the goods. That's all I got for you all the time. My list, my list of teachers and my life lessons that I was taught by is a long one. I used to praise all my teachers. I was told, when you become a master, they're becoming your colleagues now. You ain't got to big them up and praise them, but I respect. I'll always give my teachers respect. I'll always be a student. Even as a master teacher, I still a student to my teachers. That's called being respectful. When you're a child, I never outgrew my dad. I never pushed up on my big brothers. It's called respect and understand the hierarchy. If somebody's above you or older than you, you respect them for that. Now, how they conduct themselves and treat you, you can gauge it by that, but you're supposed to just give respect. Trust me. When it's given, it's easier to receive when you're giving it than just respect that somebody's going to respect you for your title or your position. I have been studying for 35 years now, and I live by what my lessons and trying to be my best self with what? Knowledge of myself. When you know you, you can be your best you. If you don't know you, how are you going to be your best self? This is why I ask the question to my students, my class. Do you know your purpose? Okay, your life's purpose. Grown people. Some of us don't know who we are, where we're going, or what we're doing. And these are grown people. If you got at this age and didn't get the secrets of life, why you think the kids they're not going to get it either? My job is to get them the secrets of life. That's going to give it to you. And you're getting it and enjoying it. How about we bring some young people so we can pass it to them? That's just my concept. Sorry about that. Get back over here. Here you go. Let me get back to this lesson. Now, I don't make up anything. I study, I learn, and I live what I learn. That gives me the right to institute it, teach it, and perfect it for myself. Hence, right thinking philosophy. This is my philosophy, but after years of studying other people and understanding, I can do this myself. I was told, you good to go now. Why? You know what you know? Now, go show. I've been doing that for the last 7 years. Okay? So, understand that. Where you at? And understand this. If you think I'm arrogant or whatever, that's fine. You can think all you want. But trying to prove me wrong is not teaching me anything. You proving me who you are, showing you, but you teaching me. But then I take the lesson of teach or learn about you. You can teach me about yourself. I take that lesson every time. All right, here you go. I respect anyone's concepts, religion, whatever you're doing. I have my own, and I want them to be respected also. So it would behoove me to disrespect you when I want you to respect me. It don't work that way. I'm giving respect. I'm just looking to have it given back, so I don't have to deal with doing what I do when I'm not respected, because well, it's gonna be a problem. Ain't nothing changed. If you don't agree with my concept, my right thinking philosophy, that don't mean I'm wrong. Okay, you have different concepts, and that's fine. We are different human beings, so your different viewpoints don't harm me. But when you try to force them on me or tell me mine's wrong, then I'm gonna have an issue. That's all. Right thinking philosophy is, again, concepts, theological concepts, spiritual concepts, whatever you want to call it, but the concepts that I come up with that I've learned first, then after what? Mastering them by what? Practicing them, perfecting them for myself, then I teach that, what I know, not what the books say. No. I teach you what I learned, what I know, my experiences. That's what life lessons is all about. I'm giving you information that I know about. That's all. Well, yeah, okay, right? Okay, here you go. I'm not saying I'm never wrong. No, trust me. When I'm wrong about something, an opinion or a concept, that's fine to get corrected. But guess what? When you're wrong, I don't jump down your throat to correct you. I just try to bring it to your attention. Not so much. So no, I don't want to run around correcting everybody and telling me wrong. But everybody try to make me wrong and try to correct me like they teaching me something. I'm the teacher. I just don't aspire to being wrong. That's right thinking philosophy. I like to know what I'm saying before I say it. I think out before I come out my face, and I know what I'm talking about before I start talking about it. I don't just come out haphazardly, willy-nilly about something and then get into an argument because what I said was wrong. Somebody thought different. No, I don't do that. I ain't got time for that. Okay? Understand that. Now, truth, listen, is what I teach. So proving me wrong is futile, useless. Why? Truth stands on its own merit. I don't have to dress it up. I ain't got to make it this or put it. No, it's just the truth. That's what I gave you. Okay, understand that. Next one. I'm not above learning. Understand that. I pride myself on being a good student. A student, first of all. Why? I'm paying attention, and I'm going to give you 90% of retention that I can study whatever presented to me. I'm going to bring you back at least 90% of the information that I took in. That means I pay attention. That means my comprehension skills are pretty good. So I can learn whatever you try to teach me. Simple. And I don't argue what makes sense. I may not agree with it, but if it makes sense, that's fine, because everything I teach and preach makes sense. You ain't got to abide by it, but you have to respect the fact that it makes sense. Okay, it may not be for you. That's fine. Everything for everybody. But I respectfully decline being part of something that I don't partake in. No problem at all. I ain't asking somebody to jump on the right thinking. No, I'm asking you to live it. That's your job. That's your choice. Again, I made mine. I know what being a master means. You don't start out a master. That's the first thing. That's why I pride on myself. You got your doctors. When they go to college, get the little degree to say doctor, and if you don't address them as doctor, they flip out. Okay? They went to school to earn their title, so they deserve to be respected. I ain't got a problem with that. I'm not going to have you calling me so-and-so, but I am representing, call myself a sage. Pastors are pastors, and I've got a title too, but I don't cram it down your throat. Yeah, I wear my hat. All right. I will learn knowledge from any knowledgeable teacher. I'm only going to pay attention to somebody who's credible, respectful, and show me that they can hold my interest or give me something that I need that I can use. If not, I'm not wasting my time. Everybody claiming to be ain't always what they claim to be. Use your discernment and figure that out. If you're a Joel Austin fan, you can't discern, and you're a Creflo Dollar fan, and you can't discern what these guys are saying to you, that's a you problem. Where am I down here? Okay, I'm out of the book. Okay. The first thing to do, I put in my work to what? To learn, to what? To perfect my life lesson skills first. That's the first thing. Nobody knew what I was doing 20 years ago. Nobody could care less about me studying, going to Egypt and trying to get the truth in search of myself. So that was nobody's business. But I put that work in. I put the time in. And guess what? I came on the other side with something that I thought was valuable and good. That's why I teach and give right thinking philosophy for those who want to learn. That's why. I don't need to learn. Listen, you're useless information from people who think they are teaching me when really they don't know what they're talking about. So if you come to me with your little scripture and then I ask you questions about that book and you not, so go back, do some homework, then come back with something that's going to be credible and respectful. I can't respect nonsense. I'm not. Simple as that. And don't think they're talking about the Jews right now. That's all. Everything we said about them is true. Nobody lying about them. Yeah, I worry about being Israelites. I worry about being. How about worry about taking care right now? We the Jew Israelites. We were the God's people. Man, God could care less about that nonsense y'all doing. How about doing the right thing, living, doing, and being the best you can be? That here, recognize. The nonsense. We God's people. Yeah, we all are. You can't become a master of anything without what? Being a student first. So if you went to college to get the doctor's degree, you have to went to high school. You have to have passed college classes to get to the next level. So like anything else, it's a process too. All doctors are good doctors. All sages may not be good sages. Again, it's up to the individual. It's up to who you feel comfortable with learning from. I'm learning biblical knowledge from my pastor. I don't trust nobody else that I would do that with, so I give that job to him. And so far, he's doing an admirable job. I'm there every week. I'll be there this morning. Okay? Now, here you go. I have teachers, again, that I learn from in all areas of my life. I'm learning biblical stuff from my pastor. My Egyptian stuff, I learned from my teachers. I learned from all areas I can. I get information. I download knowledge that I can use. That's what I do. That's what I study. Okay? To stay proficient and stay up on what's going on. You can't become, I did it already. Okay, here you go. I have many teachers who helped me to become the master of myself and I respect them all. Won't change, ain't gonna change, can't change. I learned some things from all my teachers, from my parents to my mentors, some friends. But life lessons are the ones that you take for yourself, put in your pocket, and use it when necessary. You walk around that jail free card. You don't flash it until when you need it. The phrase is, it's better to have it and don't need it than to need it and don't have it. When you need something and you don't have it, that's not a good position to be in life. That's important. My first teachers in life, as it should be, was my parents and my family members. I got older brothers and sisters, so I learned from them too. So again, in life, you take lessons from anybody who's willing to teach you. That's why I do what I do is for you. I'm willing to teach you. I'm going to help you out. You can just ask. Okay? I give this away. All right, there you go. Now, my great-great-grandmother taught me a lot about life. Those lessons I still use today that I got when I was 6 or 7 years old. It carried me through life. Okay? My dad taught me all my street survival skills. The streets, and I use, those street lessons that I learned from my dad years ago, I still use them today. Why? It's called survival. I know how to read people. I know how to deal with people. I learned all that from my dad. Okay? I got that part from him. My mom gave me my moral code. I've always been morally correct to a certain point. Why? I ain't trying to embarrass my mom or my dad. I ain't doing nothing that's going to embarrass them. When I was coming up, don't embarrass me was the rule of the house. Okay? Here we go. Last one. The reason why I learn, so I can teach others what I know. I'm a teacher. That's my calling. That's what I've been doing all my life. And guess what? That's what I'm going to be noticed for or known for when I lay in that coffin. Yeah, he was a teacher from stem to stern. I started out, I'm going to finish doing that, teaching you how to be your best self. Let me wrap this up. I appreciate you tuning in. I learned from master teachers, John Henry Clark, Dr. Ben, all these guys was my teachers, okay? And they was good at what they were doing. That's how I got proficient and learned from the best, okay? I learned how to live a spiritually disciplined lifestyle. Now I teach that. Before I can teach it, I had to learn it. I learned it from the people who was doing it before me. It's been passed down. I'm just a torch carrier right now. I'm just doing my part of the leg of the marathon to get my people down that road where we need to be, having knowledge of self. So my job is to bring it to you as best I could. That's why I do what I do for you every day. Let's go. When I'm learning now, I learned it, so what? I can teach it. That's what I do for you. I study every day. So I'm going to bring you a concept, a viewpoint, the ones that I mastered. I need to study that. I'm studying new stuff, better stuff, contemporary stuff, and mixing it in. So it's always going to constantly be evolving. It's always going to constantly be growing. That's what I do for you. When you have knowledge, you can use it to live better, being your best self. But what? Knowledge of self. Everything right thing in philosophy is based on is self and knowledge. Hence, knowledge of self. Know thyself. I learn life lessons daily, and I teach life lessons daily. That's what I do for you. I'll be back. I got more. But please understand, I don't mind being taught. But if you're going to teach me something that I don't already know like I do. I enlighten you. That means I'm going to tell you something that you don't know. I've yet to been taught something that I didn't know about what I already know. Please understand that. That's why I'm a master teacher.